Today I'm your host Alexis, and we're going to be doing American Ninja Warrior. First, Alex is going to be going all the way through the line and pressing the home.
American Ninja Warrior! Who, I'm first?
We will see you in the challenges of American Ninja Warrior. You're last.
Gonna be feeling me next in line. Tell me who will it be? This is our moment, so own it. If you want it, why wait? Motivated to it, make it. Nothing stands in my way. Gotta hit the ground running, overcoming every obstacle. Gotta keep our eyes up on the prize. With God, all things are possible. Gotta have strength, gotta have courage, gotta have endurance and stamina. Gotta be focused on the mission. Don't be distracted by the camera. We never giving in. We came to shut it down. Millions watching on TV and nothing's gonna stop us now. The course is so demanding. We're coming on with purpose abounding. Give it all we got, we gon' make it to the top, and it ain't never gonna stop till we the last one standing. I'm a warrior. I'm a warrior. I'm a warrior.
Go, 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 go! Go, 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 go! 3, 4, 5, go, 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 go!
I'm a warrior. 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 When the race to the course completed, I will not be defeated. Only the strong survive. The competition's getting heated. No surrender, no retreat. It takes all you got. You can beat it.
I'm here at Earth Fair, picking up dinner for the night. About to head on the flight. So I got a late flight for to be able to hang out with my daughters, but now I got a 30-minute layover in Atlanta as I head to Dallas, getting there about 11:30 or 12, and so you got to pick up dinner and eat it on the go before you get there. But it's gonna be a great time. It was worth it. Great time with my wife, great time with my daughters. It's a lot of fun. But now it's time to get ready to work, and even on Memorial Day toward the end, you got to grind it. I am here at the GNV Airport. Just arrived, so I'm in the parking lot, and I now get to eat the dinner of champions, daily green smoothie, all from the local Earth Fair. All right. Salmon and greens. There we go. I'm just starting to introduce seafood back into my diet. This is how it is when you want to really be great in every area. It requires you getting up early. I got up this morning at 4:30 to do my daily routine, go to the gym, and today I really want to challenge myself in the gym. So it was a mental mind today for the video, but it was 135 pounds on squat, not a lot of weight, but 135 reps. And so you can imagine my thighs and my butt and groin, I'm feeling it right now. And then from there was 120 pounds on the bench for 75 reps. So interesting day. And then got back home, did some work, and the rest of the day played with my girls. Had a great time doing silly stuff like American Ninja Warrior and all kinds of things, and then hung out with Sabrina. So good day, but that means that my flight, I got a late flight into Dallas. Flight doesn't leave until 7:30, so eat real quick because 30-minute connection in Atlanta, so I'm sprinting to the next flight, but get in late, but it's all worthwhile. So here's to being great. All right, as you can see, not many people traveling today on Memorial Day. It is empty in here. I can walk right through the line. It is amazing, too. One of the best. Let me show lady right there. That's who I get to see today. Right there. We have moved up at Gainesville, my local airport here. Look, 2 lanes. Boy, we rocking and rolling now. We are rocking and rolling now. All right, now this is the challenge of getting a late flight, hanging out with the girls. Now we are, because of thunderstorms, we're delayed. And so now instead of getting in around 12, I think I'll get in around 1. But man, it was still worth it, so it's cool. And I'll sit here in the beautiful Gainesville Airport, as you can see. Not many people here, kind of empty. Oh, you like those rocking chairs? Those rocking chairs are cool over there. But hey, so we'll sit out, listen to a book, take it from there. Or just look at this lady. She is the best thing in the Gainesville Airport.
Fly Delta.
Fly Delta. You hear that? All right, so you're telling me now. I'm waiting to hear. The YouTube audience is waiting to hear the outcome of me getting to Dallas tonight.
We're gonna get you somewhere. How about that?
Let
me look.
We'll cut the tape now.
Yeah.
Still Fly Delta. Fly Delta.
We got a short window to get you guys out. Everybody clear?
Clear.
Okay.
Hey.
All right.
I told you she's a rock star.
All right, let's go.
Just got in. Long day, but a lot of fun. Got a chance to hang out with the girls. Because of weather delays, we got in late, but it's all good. So get up in the morning, we'll have a rock star training, man. This is how you do it when you're trying to win in all areas of life. Have a great night, guys. This is the first real tough decision anybody's faced with in the morning. And this decision here will tell you a lot. This is the decision. Do I stay here and continue to make love to this pillow? Or do I get up and be productive? A lot of times, man, 15 minutes won't do much for you anyway, so you might as well get up. So I'm gonna make the decision to get up. Hey, good morning. Alex Willis here, CEO of Leadership Search, back at you with another leadership lesson. And today I'm excited. I'm doing this show live from Dallas, Texas, and they always say that big things happen here in Dallas. Today I want to talk a little bit about how you handle big upsets in your life. As a leader, it's inevitable that we will have challenges, we will have upsets, we'll have some things that really disappoint us. And it's important that you come up with a system to help you prepare for these areas in your life. Now, I've come to learn a system that really works for me, and I found this system in high school, going through sports, as well as in college, as I struggled to really make the team at the University of Florida. And for me, I never had a real a name for this technique that I would do, but recently, listening to former Navy SEAL David Goggins, he named the actual routine that I would mentally take myself through. He calls it digging into your cookie jar. Now, that sounds crazy as a kid. You think about digging into your cookie jar and how your parents often told you, hey, don't go into the cookie jar before dinner. Well, when you're going through difficult moments, when you find yourself wanting to give up, it's important that you have a cookie jar that you can dig out of that cookie jar. Now, what I mean by digging into the cookie jar, I'm talking about going to those tough experiences that you made it through. When you find yourself in a new experience that is a new challenge that's requiring a lot of you, where you think you won't be able to make it, where you want to give up, you have to go back and dig into your cookie jar, remind yourself of a tough experience that you've gone through in the past and how you're going to make it through. Think about how you made it through that experience, and because you made it through that experience, you are a bad mamma jamma. You can get through anything, because most of the people would not have made it through what you've made it through in the past. So by thinking about that, going into your cookie jar, eating your cookies, you begin to gain energy and strength to move forward with where you currently are. For me, I have tons of cookies that I rely on. This is business failures. These are times where I made it through workouts. This is me going from walk-on to scholarship athlete at the University of Florida. All of these are cookies that I rely on when I find myself in a tough, challenging situation. Now, the other good thing about this cookie jar is sometimes even with pulling out cookies to get through a tough situation, you may not make it through that situation, and that's okay, because I've come to learn that either I'm eating my former cookies or I'm making new cookies, and these are new motivational moments, things for me to get through, for me to be able to rely on in the future. And so therefore, I never fail. I'm always learning more about myself, adding to my life experience so that I can continue to grow. Now, you know, the other thing that I add to this, how do you handle challenges, you have to train and prepare for them. And what I mean by that is I take myself mentally and physically through a lot of pain and suck. You know, it doesn't feel good. It isn't always good and pleasant, but through working out, I mentally and physically challenge myself to handle what's ahead. Now, I understand that I'm not training for a great body or to be in shape. Man, I'm training for life. And so I want to challenge you as a leader to think about that. Are you training for life? So that when life hits you hard, you're able to stand tall, move forward, and go with it. So think about that, but challenge yourself to work through your pain, dig into your cookie jar when things get difficult. This is Alex Willis reminding you to get off the sideline, get in the game, and win. All right, so hey, just finished that episode. You can check that episode out. You can see it right there. You can go to Anchor, or you can go to the Apple Store or Google Play and check that episode out so that you can become mentally tough to handle the challenges that you may find in your life as you continue to grow as a leader. On to the next thing.
Love it.
And so a couple years ago, my coach, Coach Dwayne Dixon, came back and talked to me, my receiver coach at Florida, said, Alex, you know, man, the best thing that ever happened to you was not being a superstar. And I'm like, man, what are you talking, dude? I want the money, the fame, all the women, everything that comes with that. I wanted that. But he really helped me see that because I wasn't a superstar, really I had to understand and analyze every portion of the game. And when we really look back at my career, I really never had a bad game. You know, I always had, for my talent and for what I was doing, I was a third down receiver, and I was always able to be effective for our teams because I practiced the basics and the fundamentals because I had to. Whereas superstars, they show up, but typically, because they're so good at what they do, they depend only on their talent, right? And so now if you got someone who's super fast, when they find somebody who's faster than them, because they don't know the basics of what they're doing, they hit a stumbling block and they can't overcome it. And so therefore they have a bad game, right? Because they're only dependent on talent. I said that to say this, and how this plays into communication. Oftentimes, everyone in this room, you guys are superstars at communicating. You do it on a natural, you do it every day in every aspect of your life. But if you don't think about the basics, what happens is you tend to depend on talent. And when you find that tough situation, be it a spouse, be it a kid, be it a supervisor, be it an employee, and if you don't really know the basics of the X's and O's of what you're doing, you'll find that you're having tough times doing it because you don't really know exactly what you're practicing. Make sense? So we're going to talk about the X's and O's today of communication and communicating with clarity to make sure you guys are knowing exactly what you're doing so that you can piece your game back together if you have to. All right, just finished training here in Dallas, Texas with Miller Electric. Man, awesome training. Great group here in Dallas. As they say, things really are bigger here in Texas, man, and Miller's doing great things, doing phenomenal work here in Texas, growing like crazy. Met some new people today, some new leaders that they've brought in to the company, and it's always great to work with great companies that are growing, who value their people. And so the lesson here today was talking communication and how to really work together as a team. And it's cool to see a company who's willing to invest this kind of time and money into their people to make sure that they're able to communicate well, to make sure the team is functioning well, so that ultimately they can be successful. Companies like Miller understand that the better your people, the better your company. Hey, what's up, guys? I'm here with my buddy Brock, newfound friend, man. I like this guy. Not only is he a sharp dude, great at what he does, but also Gator fan, man. Go
Yes,
Gators.
sir. Go Gators.
Go Gators. So, hey,
Yes, sir.
so Brock, you are here in Dallas. Talk to me. What do you do?
I'm an electrician. I just recently moved here 9 months ago.
Okay.
July 17th was my first day in Dallas.
Very cool. And Brock's first time in the class with me, man. Super sharp guy. All the stuff that I was talking about today, this guy knows it. You know, he was shooting answers back and forth.
Yep.
But you mentioned some of the challenges. You know, talk to me about the class. How was it today? You can be straight shooter with me today. You can be a straight shooter with Alex. What's up?
Alex, high energy guy for sure.
Appreciate it.
But just a lot of the, the techniques and communicating with people on a daily basis is something I've battled with just recently with becoming more of a manager type position in my company. And he elaborated on a lot of stuff that I've been going through, and it kind of made sense whenever he talked about it. Yeah, it was very, very informational.
Well, I appreciate it, man. Hey,
Yes,
like I
sir.
say, anytime I can help you out, let me know.
Yep.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
Go Gators.